The story of today is about the beautiful, arrogant girl. Once upon a time, in a small village called Amachara, there lived a girl named Adanna. Adanna was very beautiful. Her skin was smooth like fresh palm oil. Her eyes sparkled like the morning sun, and her smile was as bright as the moon. Everyone in the village admired her beauty. People often say, "Look at Adanna, she is the most beautiful girl in Amachara." Adanna heard this word every day, and soon she began to believe that she was more beautiful than anyone else in the world. Adanna's beauty made her proud and arrogant. She thought she was better than everyone else. When boys from the village came to ask for her hand in marriage, she would laugh at them and say, "You are not handsome enough for someone as beautiful as me." She insulted every suitor who came to her. Adanna also talked down to other girls in the village, saying, "You will never be beautiful as I am." She had no respect for the elders and even the women in the village. Her parents tried to warn her to stop, but she would never listen. "Why should I respect them? I am the most beautiful, and they should respect me," she would say. One day, a kind and handsome young man named Obinna came to ask Adanna to marry him. He brought gifts of yam, palm oil, and beads, but Adanna only laughed and said, "Go away, Obinna. You are not good enough for me. You are not handsome and rich like I deserve." Obinna left, feeling sad and embarrassed. He had really liked Adanna and hoped she would be kind. In the forest near the village, there lived an evil spirit named Mmuo. Mmuo had heard about Adanna and her beauty. He also heard about how she insulted and mocked everyone. Mmuo decided to teach Adanna a lesson. One night, Mmuo transformed himself into a handsome young man. He dressed in fine clothes and wore shiny beads. He went to the village and asked to see Adanna. When Adanna saw Mmuo, she was amazed by his handsomeness. "Finally, someone who is worthy of my beauty," she thought. Mmuo pretended to be a wealthy prince from a faraway land. He brought Adanna beautiful gifts and spoke sweetly to her anytime he came to the village to see her. Soon, Mmuo asked Adanna to marry him. She accepted Mmuo's proposal and agreed to marry him. The villagers were surprised, but were all so happy that Adanna had found someone she thought was worthy of her. The day of the wedding arrived. It was a grand celebration. Everyone in the village came to see the beautiful Adanna marry the handsome stranger. There was dancing, singing, and feasting. After the wedding, Mmuo took Adanna to his kingdom in the forest. Adanna was excited to see her new home, but as soon as they entered the forest, everything changed. Mmuo revealed his true form as an evil spirit. Adanna was terrified. "Who are you? What do you want from me?" she cried. Mmuo laughed and said, "I am Mmuo, the spirit of the forest. I have come to teach you a lesson for your arrogance and cruelty. You think you are better than everyone else because of your beauty, but now you will see what it feels like to be mocked and insulted." With a wave of his hand, Mmuo cast a spell on Adanna. Her beautiful skin turned rough and wrinkled. Her sparkling eyes became dull, and her bright smile turned into a frown. Adanna was now very ugly. Mmuo took Adanna back to the village and left her there. The villagers were shocked in the morning when they saw her. They could not believe that the beautiful Adanna had turned into someone so ugly. Just as Adanna had mocked others, now the villagers began to mock her. "Look at Adanna, she was so proud of her beauty, but now she is uglier than anyone," they would say. Adanna felt very sad and lonely. She realized how wrong she had been to treat others badly because of their looks. She understood the true beauty comes from being kind and loving, not just from how you look on the outside. Adanna spent her days helping others in the village. She fetched water for the elders, helped mothers with their babies, and she cared for everyone. One day, as Adanna was returning from the stream carrying a bucket on her head, she met an old woman who asked for her help to carry firewood. Adanna, despite her own burden, agreed to help the old woman. She carried the firewood and helped the woman to her hut. The old woman looked at her and smiled. You have a beautiful heart now, Adanna, she said. Remember, true beauty comes from within, not from outside. What Adanna didn't know was that the old woman was actually Mmuo in disguise. Mmuo wanted to see if Adanna had truly learned her lesson. That night, Mmuo appeared to Adanna in a dream. He saw how she had changed and how kind she had become. He decided to lift the curse. When Adanna woke up the next morning, she felt so light, like something left her body. She touches all parts of her body and see that her skin is glowing again. She rushed to the mirror and looked into the mirror to see that her beauty has been restored. She was so beautiful now and shed tears of joy. Adanna went to the village market square, searching for Obinna to apologize to him because she has offended him more than any other person in the village. She knelt before him and said, I am sorry for how I treated you, Obinna. Please forgive me. The other villagers were surprised to see Adanna so humble and kind, and her beauty has been restored. In time, Adanna and Obinna got married in a grand celebration. Adanna continued to show kindness and love to everyone in the village. She had learned that true beauty is not about how you look on the outside, but about having a good heart and being kind to others. And so Adanna lived happily ever after, not because of her outer beauty, but because of the kind and loving heart she later had. She showed everyone around her love and kindness. That is the end of our Moonlight folktale for tonight. This story teaches us that true beauty comes from within, and it is important to be kind and humble. Treating others with respect and love is what makes us truly beautiful. Okay, guys, tell me what you've learned from the story as well. Bye.